The Los Angeles Lakers are in a state of emergency. They're currently listed at minus 1,200 odds to miss the playoffs. Nobody predicted this before the season began, except for this guy who bet a massive amount of money that the Lakers would miss the playoffs before the season. But after Friday night's heartbreaking loss to the New Orleans Pelicans, what are the true odds that the Los Angeles Lakers can make the playoffs? They only have 5 games left. They have to overcome a 2-game gap with the San Antonio Spurs, who have the tiebreaker over the Lakers. Early season games like the overtime game against the Kings, a couple of games against the OKC Thunder, these are the sorts of games that you regret at this time of year, the games that you let slip away. So I'm going to discuss the LA Lakers' odds of making the play-in tournament, and I'll also explain the only scenario that I see helping the Lakers over the last 5 games of the regular season. Hit like on the video and subscribe. Let's go. The Lakers are currently listed at minus 1,200 to miss the NBA play-in tournament and plus 650 to make it on DraftKings, which implies complete disaster. To profit $100, you would have to bet $1,200 on the Lakers missing the postseason. According to The Ringer, the Lakers are projected to have a 22% chance to make the play-in tournament with 5 games remaining. The LA Clippers will be playing postseason basketball this season. Russell Westbrook spoke about the Lakers' struggles to make the play-in tournament. He said, "I feel like the problem is the lack of trust. The coaching staff and front office don't trust me enough. People tell me I'm washed, and I had to accept a lesser role to win, which I did. I just don't get it." Now, the Lakers have a lot of problems beyond just Russell Westbrook. The team is largely suffering due to decisions made long before he even got there, but some of these quotes are just unbelievable. Based on current implied betting odds, the Lakers now have a 1.6% chance of making the playoffs, while the Brooklyn Nets have a 73% chance. As I said before, the Lakers are just behind the Spurs, and here are the remaining games for both the San Antonio Spurs and the Los Angeles Lakers. The Spurs schedule is on the left. The Lakers schedule is on the right. The Spurs will be playing the Blazers, the Nuggets, the Timberwolves, the Warriors, and the Mavericks. The Lakers will be playing the Nuggets, the Suns, the Warriors, the Thunder, and then the Nuggets again. The Spurs lead the Lakers by 1 game plus the tiebreaker. Assuming that the Spurs will be double-digit favorites against the Blazers and the Lakers somehow beat the Nuggets tomorrow, the Lakers will need the Spurs to finish their final 4 games with a 2-2 record or worse for them to get in. This is going to be really difficult. Anthony Davis and LeBron James both believe that they can win the last 5 games of the regular season in a row, finishing 5-0. They're supposed to say this, but LeBron also said that the game against the Pelicans was a must-win game. So basically, it's game 7 every single night for the Lakers. And I really don't want to see another high-level LeBron James year wasted, although that's pretty much what's happened already. This would be discussed for years. If losing a critical games to New Orleans wasn't bad enough, if the Lakers don't make the play-in tournament, the Pelicans will also get their draft pick for this year as well. Crazy. So what has to happen for the Lakers to make the play-in tournament? I hate to use the conspiracy card, but really it comes down to officiating. The Lakers are going to need help from the referees because they haven't really shown that they can dominate for more than 2 to 3 quarters at a time. They just haven't been able to put 4 quarters together. Now, it's still difficult to discount the power of LeBron James and Anthony Davis, but the sample size of them playing together this season has just been too small. It's going to be a very dramatic summer for the Los Angeles Lakers, unless something dramatic happens against the Denver Nuggets on Sunday afternoon. What if they turn the light switch on? What if they get some calls going their way and they start to build some momentum? I don't think the Denver Nuggets are going to take the Lakers lightly because they're locked into a playoff battle themselves just to stay out of the play-in tournament. So I currently give the Lakers a 20% chance to make the play-in tournament based on the reports and the statistics that I've been looking up. I will be watching the Nuggets-Lakers game on Sunday afternoon. Let's see what version of the Lakers comes to play. Like the video and subscribe. Turn notifications on, and I'll see you next time. This is Frenzy Sports, the sports predictions channel.